Go and take a seat and then look at the lens for 5 seconds.
This has been a really interesting project over the 8 years because really its main success has been the way in which the partnership has worked together. And that's a partnership right across the spectrum. They've given a tremendous amount of energy to the project. And I think that's been why it has been so successful, which it has.
It has brought focus on a really important issue, severe and multiple disadvantage, and raised awareness of that issue amongst partners. And one of the key reasons that's important is because it's a complex issue and no one person or agency can solve that on their own.
We've seen the development of what we call a multidisciplinary team where representatives of different agencies meet together on a fortnightly basis and they talk amongst themselves about key individuals who are struggling to engage with services and are being seriously marginalised.
They make decisions about what's best for me and what coping strategies I need. Once they've made their decisions, they will come together and then invite me and then give me the output of what their decisions have been. So it is good in a way that to have these MDT meetings and to know who, what's where and when, why.
Partnerships is the only way to kind of make sure that we can deal with the whole person. And so they're really important to me because in every role that I've had, whether it be Opportunity Nottingham or further than that, the only thing that works is getting everybody around the table to kind of wrap around that person's needs. It's very important.
Communication has got to be a big part in all these services together, do you know what I mean? And for me, it's been through Op-Nots that started that communication, do you know what I mean? Because for me before, you used to get passed on, you'd pass the book on, do you know what I mean, so to speak. So, and since Op-Nots come, it was all different, so different. You felt part of something, do you know what I mean?
For me, partnership is about working in as equal a way as possible between staff at all levels and the people we are there to serve, who probably have the best idea about what works and what doesn't work in their experience and have very good ideas about how things should work. Who are the experts? Well, it's the people who walk the walk, really. So that to me is the true nature of partnership.
In the past, I've had a business, I've been married, buying a house and stuff, going back a few years now, but I know when doing that business, I worked in partnership with my ex-wife, for instance, and had family. It felt a bit like that partnership, I guess. So I was encouraged by that and started to trust more, I think. And I realised very soon that they were on the money and had my back, because the things that they were saying they were going to do, they did. And that was kind of like hand in hand as well.
One of the things I learned a lot about was the trauma-informed approach. And that came very much from the beneficiaries. But the partners listened, and then we had a policy development unit, which meant that we could train, and there was training going on. But it related very much to what the citizens with lived experience were saying to us, the ambassadors, the beneficiaries. So it kept it live and it kept it fresh.
being able to train DWP workers, for example, in what do we mean by severe multiple disadvantages, being able to train our adult social care workforce as well, I think makes a real difference. When somebody turns up at their door, they will have that understanding.
One of the things we identified as bringing about change was ensuring that people with lived experience had a strong voice in everything the programme did. Not just beneficiaries exploring their own support options, but in service design, in service evaluation to generate the learning from the programme. That raised awareness. It kept things focused on what was important, and ultimately it's got better outcomes. You know, who better to ask than someone that's experienced that?
You know, it's nice to be part of it, part of watch it all change, and you know, and I know that my word, what I've said, has gone into that. Do you know what I mean? All the stuff that I put into there has gone into that as well. So it's just amazing, mate, to feel part of something that was never there before, and like you never felt part of nothing before, you know. So yeah.
I've been involved in a lot of interviewing, and interviewing, in fact, for the programme director for Changing Futures. I was part of that, and it's really encouraging to see that co-production and actually realise that lived experience is not just tokenistic, it's very relevant and is included. So recognising that and being recognised. And I really did feel as though I was being treated as an equal within that.
There's a great camaraderie that develops between the people who are involved in this kind of work. It builds people's self-esteem. It moves them beyond their own kind of set of problems, and it focuses on their strengths as individuals, as people, that they have something to give, and that's a very positive thing.
What's happened in Nottingham is that we managed to, through Opportunity Nottingham, get the system changed. So again, everyone working together, the systems themselves understand more what's needed, and they're working together. And by getting the Changing Lives money, it allows it to carry on. And I think that image of the baton is really good, because Opportunity Nottingham has done a lot. Now it's passing over to the agencies that will always be around, like the council, etc., and it's in good shape to really make a difference.
When we started Opportunity Nottingham 7-8 years ago, there wasn't a single mention of severe and multiple disadvantage in policy, and here we are now about to hand over to a government-sponsored programme. There's more to do, but that's a great position to be in, and we would not have achieved that without national collective voice.
A lot of the learning from this is really crucial, because this forms part of a national project, and you know, the key to all of that is elevating that system change and making the changes across the whole of the UK for people with severe multiple disadvantages.
And they deserve to have the service system tailored to their needs in some way, and that may well be through the funding of a distinct service like a navigator service. It may well be also through the operation of a multidisciplinary team that meets regularly to knock heads together and say, how can we meet the needs of this group in a coordinated way. That I don't think that can go away.
There's a payoff for everybody. You get better services. The people who use services are more engaged. You get volunteers who are committed, who may go on to work in those services and give something back. And systems work better together for everybody's benefit.
Like I say, I've got a lot more self-esteem, a lot more self-worth, and hopefully, you know, a lot more to give again in life. It's given me that anchor that's really spurred things on for me, definitely, being part of it.
Thank you so much, guys, for what you did for me. And I know you laid the path out. I know I've took it, but it's been a great journey with all of you. And, you know, just can't wait to create more.
And at the end of the day, with what we're doing as expert citizens and Opportunity Nottingham beneficiaries is helping to change futures. And that's why it's a good name, Changing Futures, because hopefully the people in the future won't be as bad as what happened to us in the past. A lot of things will change it for the good.
I think Opportunity Nottingham has made a real difference, but things can always keep getting better.